Hello, this is Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Pagani Design PD-1711 homage to an Omega Planet Ocean chronograph. Let's start out with the wrist check. It's Monday, so I'm going to do Omega Monday. Okay, it's really Omega Homage Monday. I can't afford to review real Omegas on my self-funded channel. But I'm wearing my Pagani Design PD-1701 homage to the Omega Speedmaster. And Greg was wearing my Pagani Design homage to the No Time to Die Seamaster. Grego said he asked Han Solo what he was buying Princess Leia for Life Day. He said a new hyperdrive that will go 0.6 past light speed so he can do the Kessel run in 11 parsecs. Grego said good luck with that. Han said, I thought Jedi didn't believe in luck. Grego said, in this case, it's all you got. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. Once again, this is a homage to a Omega Planet Ocean chronograph. The Omega Planet Ocean is the bigger and more expensive brother of the more popular Seamaster. They're a big, bold, in-your-face kind of watch, and at 44.5 millimeters, really big and a bit more pricier than the Seamaster. They also have a depth rating of 600 meters instead of the Seamaster's 300. They also make a 2-subdial chronograph version, which this Pagani Design is homaging. The Omega, being an Omega, is an automatic. This, being a Pagani Design, is a VK64 Mecha-quartz. You're not going to find an automatic chronograph in this price range. The cheapest automatic chronograph movements are made by ETA exclusively for Tissot. The watch came in a few colorways of black, blue, black and orange, blue and orange, but this was the only one with the white dial, and I really liked it. Each colorway had a choice between a bracelet or a rubber strap. My rule of thumb is to always get the bracelet because it is always easier to get an aftermarket strap. But I broke my rule because I really like the look of this strap. I don't watch much football anymore, but if I was a Denver Broncos fan, this watch would be a no-brainer. Looking at AliExpress, I didn't see any way to order the bracelet separately, but I did see a strap that might be the same thing for $13.99. So if you want both, get the watch and the bracelet and order the strap. The watch is 41.5 millimeters at the bezel, which is significantly smaller than the real thing's 44.5 millimeters. It's got a 48.9 millimeter lug-to-lug. It's 15.1 millimeters thick, so this is a pretty thick watch. Has a 20 millimeter lug width and weighs 110 grams on the supplied rubber strap. So I bet it's really heavy on the steel bracelet. The ceramic unidirectional bezel is a full 120 clicks and not the 90 clicks of a lot of Pagani Design. The action is really good with solid clicks and no backplay. However, it is just a hair too easy to turn, and I find myself accidentally knocking it a click now and then. Also, I'm not sure, but it looks like it lines up with the 12 o'clock, but the chronograph hand doesn't seem to line up properly. The insert is rather attractive with an 18-minute ascension phase, so as not to split the 20-minute marker in half. And the numbering uses a really big font, and it looks really nice. The white dial has applied trapezoid indices with half indices at the 3 and 9 and a little rectangle at the 6. The 12 o'clock also has a half trapezoid, which is unusual for a dive watch. A big orange 12 at the 12 rather than a huge index. It's got the Pagani Design name and logo on top. Then it says chronograph, and then on the bottom it says sport, water resistant, and gives the 100 meters water resistance. I was kind of disappointed about the 100 meters because this is a homage to a Planet Ocean, which is a 600 meter watch, so I was hoping they could give us at least 200 meters. The date at the 6 is one of the nice advantages of the VK64 since there is no bottom subdial block in the area. 3 subdial watches usually have the date between the 4 and the 5, which is not the most visually appealing place for a date. The left subdial is the minute indicator for the chronograph. The right subdial is a 24-hour indicator. I wish that the VK64 movement had a running second hand on the right subdial. You could simply keep the running chronograph hand going, but that will drastically shorten the life of the battery. The hands have the big bold arrow tops of a planet ocean. The chronograph second hand also has an arrow tip. The chronograph hand appears to be a little misaligned and is to the left of the center of the 12 o'clock index. The sine screw down crown is quite large and pops really nice when unscrewed. Nice good pop there. And then there's a quick set date. Hacking is not applicable because there's no running second hand to stop. And the thread action is pretty good when you screw it back down. But see what I mean about that loose bezel, because I just knocked it a few clicks just trying to screw it back down. So let me line it back up. The pushers look like screw down, but they are not, which is a bit disappointing considering Pagani Design uses real screw down pushers on their Daytona homages. This could be why the watch is only rated for 100 meters. The domed sapphire crystal sticks up a bit above the bezel, kind of a box crystal light. It doesn't say if there's any AR coating, but you can see through it just fine. The case is a very thick stainless steel, brushed everywhere but these polished bevels. It feels quite substantial. I really like the case. The solid screw-down case back is the same as what Pagani Design has been doing on most of their solid case backs lately. It has this diver's helmet, and to me it always looks like a sci-fi robot when you turn it upside down. And underneath the case is the VK64 Mecha-quartz movement. These movements are quite popular among two subdial homage watches due to the fact that they provide a fast ticking chronograph hand and thus don't need a subdial for the sub-seconds. Once again, I wish they found another use for the right subdial, as the 24 hours seems like a waste of needed real estate. To start the chronograph, just simply press the top pusher. And as you can see, the Mecha-quartz movement ticks 5 times a second. I can just go ahead and stop it, and to reset it, just press the bottom pusher, and a Mecha-quartz movement resets instantly. Where a lot of quartz chronographs, when you reset them, they do a fast rewind. I did not buy the steel bracelet, but instead I got this rubber nylon strap. This strap is fitted to the case and does not sway on the spring bars. The bottom of the strap has a pattern. The top of the strap is nylon. It looks like a stitched on sailcloth. It comes with a deployment clasp, and it has notches though, so you don't have to cut the strap to fit the clasp. The clasp is a fold over instead of a butterfly, and as you can see here, there's no little fold over to keep it secure in the clasp, or to keep it secure in the notches. It's kind of, so to adjust it, you have to kind of pull it out from underneath and then push it over. So it's a little bit difficult to adjust it once you get it set. Of course, being a rubber, it's a lot more forgiving, so you don't have to adjust it very often. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. As you can see, it looks really nice. This is a very sharp looking watch. It's a big chunky watch, but it wears nice. And it's comfortable. Now that it is winter, it gets darker earlier, so no need to go into the lume room. As we speed up the time, we see that the hands fall behind the indices, and as I always say, it does no good to see the indices if you can't see the hands. But look at that lume pip. Too bad the rest of the watch wasn't as good as the lume pip. What do I like about this watch? Well, it's very visually appealing. Really nice blue and orange colorway. Comes with a deployment clasp, which is always nice. I like the ceramic 120 click bezel. And this two-tone strap just looks great. It's a nice looking watch. What are my gripes and groans? Well, lousy hand loom, misaligned chrono hand, only 100 meters of water resistance despite this really big thick case. Clasp is hard to adjust, And the light bezel action makes it really easy to actually nudge the bezel a click or two just by handling it. Do I recommend this watch? Yes, this is fun with watches and thus was most definitely a fun watch to wear. The blue and orange colorway really works. So I don't even know if I'm going to sell this one or not. I might just keep it. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Pagani Design PD-1711, and I will be back with another review. Bye.